Okay guys, today we'll tell you like how to learn coding and actually get a job. So firstly, I tell you about myself. Like it took me 3 years from the day I wrote hello world to land a job, obviously because I was at college that time. So if someone has guided me at that time like what to do and how to learn, I will take only 6 months to where am I now. So let's just start. How can you shape your career to get a proper job? So the first thing comes is like where to start. So starting is the first point. So where to start? You obviously look whole the internet, like which programming language is the best, which is the worst, which is most in demand. So never go with that. If you go with that, if you pick any hard language in the beginning, suppose Java, then you will face a lot of problem. It happened with me. My first language I took as Java, and it took me like 1 year to totally understand it, but still I was like having so many problems in that. Then I switched to Python, and Python was very easy. Some of my Java concepts also got clear when I switched to Python. So number one language should be Python for you if you are a beginner. Second is like how to pick Python, where to learn from Python. You should just directly go to Udemy or YouTube and pick any course. Just don't do this mistake, is go with the longest hours of course. Maybe some course are there like of 30 hours, 40 hours, 100 hours of Python, but you really don't end up using that. Okay, like you just like quit in between like 10 or 15, you say it's too large, too big. So always go for a minimum course, like maybe 10 hours or 15 hours, that will be enough. You can find it on YouTube also and Udemy also. I'll say go to Udemy, they have a very basic structure and everything is in follow, so that will really help you. Now you learn the basics of Python. Now second, you should go now to Hackerrank or some other website and start doing coding challenges. So this will help you to build your logic. Just pick any coding challenge. There are a lot of challenges like manipulate a string. So if you are not familiar, so that's like very basic. So start with small hacker rank problems and you will start building logics. Now you have Python cleared up, like now you know how to build logics and everything cleared. Now pick a very big project. Very big, I means a little bit big project, not so like any e-commerce website or anything. Or maybe if you want to change your stream, like if you want to go into data science, web development, Android development, whatever, just pick a project, start writing the project from scratch. Don't just watch a project video on Udemy or YouTube. Let's just build a e-commerce cart, so you'll be just copying what he doing. I mean, you literally do that. You think okay, no, I'll do myself, but you literally copy. Just pick up project and just start doing that. Okay, now in between you will face a lot of problem. Just start googling that will be a really easy to find solution on Stack Overflow. If you found some error, just Google it and you will find some solution for that. Never go with a project that has already been built by someone and you're just copy pasting. You can take the topic or the project aim, but not whole project code source. Okay, you should write your own code. That will give you much clarity. I mean, that what I followed. Now the next thing, you have the project going up, your logic is good. Now start preparing for interviews also. What happened, like a lot of times people build projects and then they apply for job and they say, oh, interview was so tough, because whatever things were asked in interviews, most of the things were not covered in your project, because in a one or two projects everything is not cleared. There are a lot of things that are missed. So start preparing for interviews. Now you have start preparing for interview and projects. Now suppose your project is in completion mode or is about to complete or is completed. Now start applying for job. Now when you start applying for job, like during this era, like everything happens online, all the meetings and everything, so you'll probably give your interview online. Always record the online interviews, always. At least I did that. So maybe your interview go half an hour, you can't remember all of the question that particular person has asked, your employer. So you can just watch those videos again and pick the questions that you can't answer and check what should be this answer, what should be that. So I think if you just record 10 interviews, and you will be good at whatever interviews in future, because they all ask the same question basically. But you should record that, so you have what you have said and what was the actual solution. Or maybe you haven't said any answer, you don't know, so you can find the answer and learn it. Now the fifth point, or maybe I say the last point, should be start believing in yourself. It's not like that, okay, I applied so many where, but I couldn't get a job. No worries, you can apply for internship first, because a lot of people firstly they apply for internship, then they get a full-time offer, because internship is like only for 2-3 months, max 6 months, then you get a full-time offer. Because nowadays companies are looking for candidates who have at least done one internship. At least what I got to know from the industry, like the person should have done at least one internship, because they know how the company works. Maybe they not good in tech skills, maybe they are just okay, but they know how the culture works. You have to have a stand-up meeting and everything, you have to report. They know the culture. So just start believing, and happy coding. Thank you guys.